It's a vibe on Lava Lounge.
BB Niger, Evic Tees, and I'm sure quite a number of fans are excited about this one. Your favorites are in the studio with me. I have Tofa. Woo! I have got Casia in the studio and OC. How are you guys doing?
Fine, thank you.
As usual. You guys always come like, oh, I'm tired from the media round. Are you stressed? No.
We're professionals.
Ah, right. But where's the energy then?
It's still like early, so we're just...
I hear you. How are you guys doing though?
Fine, thank you.
All right, good to see you. I'm okay. I'm all right. Yeah, same too. I want to talk to you. Definitely excited about that. Okay, so would you rather I do the interview per person or just 30 questions generally?
Per person, that's fine.
What do you think?
I'm okay, anyone.
Anyone, that's fine. Okay. All right, so let's start with Tofa. I've spoken to quite a number of evicted housemates. You're like the one everybody likes. I don't know what it is. Yeah, for real though. I don't know what it is. Even Sean was here. Even though you said a few things about him, he still said, he liked you and he would like to work with you. But we're going to get there much later. For you lost your accounts like 2 or 3 times already during the show. How does that make you feel?
So the thing about me is I believe that village people will always strike, but build an army that would always still come back, and that's what they've been able to prove. Regardless of whatever happens, I just had in my mind that they would always bounce back. Even when I heard about it, I was like, oh yeah, sure thing. You
didn't feel some type of way like, ouch, I could be like on 400 or 500K right now. What's your current follower?
We're on 107 now.
Ooh, but that's not bad for a new account, though.
So
that's
always bounce back. So yeah,
okay. All right, so let's talk about aces. You got into the house as aces, and for me, I think that's also one of the few pairs that stood out in terms of brother bonds. That's like some Damon and Salvatore. I'm sorry, Damon and what's his name, Stefan.
Who would you say Stefan though?
I think SOOJ. Stefan, you're Damon. I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe you're Stefan and SOOJ is half Damon because there's no full villain and all of that. But then, how did you describe your connection with SOOJ?
True brotherhood. Even the one time that they made it look like we had the problem, which was when I kind of like I was explaining to why I would speak to a Sean or why I would speak to OC, because I just needed a different perspective on things. Because as my brother, you pet me. Sometimes I need that daddy touch of, this is how you're meant to handle this situation. But for us, the house even brought us a lot more closer. And I know a lot of people, they've been saying that when SOOJ and I were speaking, you wouldn't really understand what we're saying. That's how we connect. Like from a mile away, I can tell what he's able to say to me. That's how connected we were. Okay,
fair enough. I mean, I did catch that as well. I mean, we saw the Bond Diary sessions, but to be honest, during that whole thing with Anita where you couldn't talk to him, but then you were talking to other housemate, it was like, okay, what's going on? And you said something like he was all about the game. Why are you uncomfortable talking to him about, every situation?
So like I said, he knows me better than everyone, and there are bad times that I went to him and he spoke to me as a friend and as a brother would. Yeah. And anytime I took to him to some situations, I already can tell that this is how he's going to say it to me. So, like I said, I just needed that hard touch. Even with the whole Anita situation, sometimes he would just say, bro, you just have to chill. Remember who you are. I'm like, bro, I know you love me, but this is not what I want to hear right now. And that's what I was meant to.
It's a game eventually. It needs to screw your brains right eventually. So before I even get to the expected questions, this one I was like, why? You ended up facing eviction that particular week due to your failure to hear instructions, and unintentionally you put yourself up, and that was a very dicey week. Very, very dicey week. How would you have felt if you had gone home actually?
No, I'll definitely not do media rounds because my mother is coming to knock my head first. and I'm going to have a headache throughout
That was
week.
annoying. It was so annoying.
But yeah, I felt extremely bad. Like, yeah, but.
What was the biggest lesson you took away from that situation? Lucky for you, you were not evicted, but what's the biggest lesson you took away from that situation?
I would even say the biggest lesson I learned from that week is the lesson I even took out from the entire game. Life is learning and unlearning, and with what even Big Brother told me that week is that you're allowed to make mistakes on your road path to success, and it was just a very huge mistake, and I just learned to be more careful when you're doing stuff.
Okay, fair enough. So I'm not comfortable with this one person thing, so I think I'm just going to be throwing the questions generally. So everybody, talks, different. So I'm going to go to OC. You were competitive. You and your brother. You were mature. You were kind of like the handy to the
people
money.
Say we're competitive in what aspects? Like
winning games, head of house. You don't think you were competitive?
I think it just came natural to us, but
is this you bragging now?
Like,
excuse me.
I have my own perspective on these things.
Yeah.
Like if you want to talk about competitive, I would say somebody like Sean was competitive.
How?
In the sense that any small thing, he goes damn near. Remember, there was a time he even, because he thought Wani told us an answer to some question, he damn near got mad at her. That's what I call competitive. Because you can still be naturally good at things and try to win. But I'm looking at it from more like
from that
some
angle.
people want to win by any means necessary, and they don't like if somebody else does anything. Like that's what I.
So you're saying you don't try so hard; it just happens to be a winner.
Before you guys go and misquote, we have a healthy level of competition.
Yeah,
like
but then I mean, if we talk about competitive housemates, you and OZ would fit into that category alongside Sean. Maybe.
Okay, no problem.
I also kept things classy till like the last few days. We're gonna get to that, but let's start from this. Coming from like a well-known family, like the Onadway is a name that Nigerian is aware of. Of course, seeing you in Big Brother, it's like, what's Osi and Osi doing right there? So how challenging was it to put yourself out there in public?
Me, I always had respect for the platform.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I've seen the platform change the lives of many people and take them from not being known into elite sphere. So I had respect for the platform. So I didn't think there was anything so bad as for an Onadway, as they say, to be on the platform. That was other people's thinking. I thought it would be a very interesting challenge for me and my brother to kind of see how we could fit in another type of society and to give the public an opportunity to see a completely different side, and also to change this perspective that just because you have a name or you come from a certain type of family, you cannot be relatable, you cannot make fun of yourself, and you can't do challenging things.
Okay, so for you, it wasn't a big deal. You just wanted to go there. So for the pair, though, the Onadway twins, your brother was more of the controversial one. You were more of like the reasoning. However, quite a number of housemates think that you were more of the strategic one. What would you say was your approach, to the game? And do you agree with that assessment when you say you were more strategic playing the game?
Because, honest to God, I've been saying this over and over again. Like, I didn't have a strategy going in there. I was not somebody that watched Big Brother religiously before I went into I wasn't somebody that watched the show religiously before I went into the house. When I got into the house was when I found out there was... Because I remember they asked me things like, smile like you want head of house. I'm like, what is head of house? I swear.
Really? You didn't know what head of house was?
God, I didn't know what head of house, custodian, sponsor tasks. I had no idea of all these things. So that's what made the challenge interesting. And that's what makes me proud of myself. I didn't know all these things, so I couldn't have a strategy. Me and my brother just said, look, we're just going to go in there and be ourselves, wherever it takes us. So the fact that it took me to week 9.
No strategy at all.
I swear.
Okay.
I'm not the type of person that would just say things because to create a narrative. Honestly, we had no strategy. Just be yourself. My brother always used to tell me before we even got on the show, look, all we need is a stage. Big Brother was the stage, and you guys saw what you saw. Okay,
I'm going to get back to you. Let me get to Casia. So Casia to me was like the small pepper, you just look at Casia, some point she's quiet, and then all of a sudden she's like, I'm like, hey, wahala. But first of all, you've been killing the outfits for your media rounds. I told you when you came in. Good to see you. When is going to be your 8 months anniversary, man? Tomorrow. Yeah. Happy 8 months anniversary in advance.
Thank you so much.
How do you feel that you're not going to be in the house? I need you guys to talk to the mic though. It looks like, yeah. How do you feel that, you'll be
It's not here?
Yeah, or you're not there. More like you are not in the house. Yeah.
I feel good. The fact that it's there
Yeah.
makes me happy. Yeah, because him being there is being there for the both of us. Yeah, so I feel good about that.
I mean, you entered the house as besties. Yes, we knew you were married. What was the most challenging part about maintaining that lie for you, Casia? It felt like it was more challenging for you.
Yeah.
So what was the most challenging thing about it?
Okay, the most challenging part of it was that one of my love language is physical touch. Yeah, I'm sure you guys saw.
We caught you a
that.
few times. Yeah.
So, like every day in our normal life, I normally grab his butt. I can't even count.
I think there was a video in the kitchen of you doing that. Yeah, we saw that.
I can grab his butt more than 30 times in a day. So before going into the house, I was like, how am I going to cope with this? Like, how would I maintain this?
Yeah.
So, but he was always there to remind me that, you know why we're here. Don't do this. Don't lose guard. You know, so he helped me.
Yeah. But knowing that your husband is in a prime position to win this money, he has a good chance at winning. What emotion does that stir up in you?
Sorry?
How do you feel about knowing that your husband might win the show?
I feel good about that.
Just good.
I'm excited, but then we still have to wait.
I mean, of course, it's not a sure deal, but he's a potential, competitor for the win.
Happens. But I'm being hopeful, though.
Okay.
It does.
All right, so I'm going to go might be a bit uncomfortable now. So there was a bit of the family drama last week where it was kind of like a decision for one person to step back, and you were the sacrificial lamb, right? How do you feel, about viewers or family members sacrificing your place, in the house for a chance for your husband to grab the win?
I feel they made the right decision. Yeah, because it was his whole idea for her to go into the house.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the best decision they made, and also is the head of the house. Yeah, so it's okay for him to win the money. I mean, his money is our money.
I kind of felt like you were going to come out and mud the people that were defending this. Because there was a big fight online. Like, how? Why? But anyways, here you have a take on, that situation. So I'm going to move back to Tofa. God, I don't have enough time. Please let's make these answers really fast. So for Tofa,
what up?
let's talk about Anita, which was a big part of your entire stay in the house. In fact, she tried to hold herself together, and then I tuned in my television at 12:30, and I saw Anita crying, and Nelly, you saw that already?
Yeah.
Did you see that? Nelly was consoling her. So clearly, it definitely, affected her deeply. But my question, now that you're out of the house, away from the game, and you've had time to sort of reflect, how do you really feel about Anita? And is this something that you are open to making it official in your end, right?
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. So like you said earlier, I'll just keep it sweet and short. We have a special bond. When she's out of the house, we explore. Everyone was privileged to see season 1 of that story. Season 2 will be out soon.
Okay.
Sweet and short.
Yeah, but you didn't answer. I said, how do you feel about her?
I definitely like her.
Yeah.
She's my personal person. She's my safe space.
Aww.
And what we shared was real and really genuine. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So of course I'm going to dissect every angle of opinions around the ship to Anita. So quite a number of viewers, a few housemates as well, also pointed out that like Tofa, I just wished he had a backbone. In that relationship. Actually, someone said that.
A backbone? What does that mean?
Kind of like be more assertive sometimes.
Okay.
For instance, there are instances where she's probably just very assertive or rude to you, but it's like you don't sort of stand your ground. Just a few times, we've seen that. Especially when maybe she's angry about something, speaks to you in an assertive way or a rude way. And it's like, why do you choose to sort of tolerate it is there like a deeper reason in your reluctance to stand your ground? Sometimes. Doesn't mean you have to. I feel like all the time it was more like, you just let it happen. Yeah.
Interesting. Keep it short and sweet again. So disrespect means different meanings to different people. And what I consider disrespect is different to me. I'm the one in that situation. Few times that she raised her tone, we addressed it. But the thing is that in the heat of the moment, you cannot really control how someone would speak. And when everything is settled, I would now speak about the tone. That next time, just take out this tone. And the thing is that most times where she raised that tone, I was actually at fault. And the thing is that they probably didn't show what I did. They just showed the reaction. So people need to understand situations before they address it. Yeah.
Okay. So
I never felt disrespected in any way. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. But let's also still in this context. Let's move to Nelly. Dami came into the house. She hugged you. You had no control over it. And Nelly is all out talking to you in a disrespectful way. And you did not check her. What was it about that? Why did you let that happen?
So the thing is that I spoke to Anita about it, first of all, because she's her friend. And I was like, first of all, I find it very annoying that it's not just Nelly. In the entire house, everyone just feels like in our situation, they should have an opinion. If I need opinion, I know the people that I will go to, my boys, even some of the girls, my people as well. But I did not come to you about how you feel about this situation. I realized that a lot of people would just speak on situations that it is not their business, and that was one of them. For Nelly, maybe she was trying to protect her friend, but the tone was a bit too much.
Why didn't you check her, knowing that she was actually overdoing it? So why didn't you check her at that spot?
So the thing is that, as at that time, she saw what she saw, and I was just trying to tell her that it's not how you feel, but she kept on shouting, and I walked out of the situation. That maybe when you're settled, we'd come back to it, which we did.
Okay, fair enough. Moving on from that question, what do you make of the situation of Dami, just coming back into the house now that you're out of the house? And you guys were friends before she came back.
Yeah.
So this whole coming back and how she acted, does that change your perspective about Dami from the first time?
No, we're still we're cool. I mean, we haven't really spoken since I was out because we've been so busy. But what I would just say is when next you're giving a script, just act it properly.
So you don't think she acted properly?
No, it was too obvious. Yeah, it was too obvious. And yeah, that's just it.
Okay, so I'm going to come back to you. So I'm going to move to... Okay, let me move to Casia. Right. So you were friends with the housemates, from the start. I'm talking about the returnees now. You were friends with Ruti, Dami, Chinwe, before they got in the house.
Not like we were friends. The only person I was close to was Dami. And we were just getting to know each other before she got evicted.
Okay, fair enough. So there was the argument online when they came back. Some fans felt like, you're cool with them. You didn't have to bail on them. Some felt like you and Victoria were mean girls because you didn't distance yourself and, you're just watching it happen. So there was that debate, online. Do you think that their antics coming back to the house, does it sort of, affect your perception towards Chinwe, Dami, and who was the last person again? Ruti.
Yeah. Sorry.
So did you feel any different, about them coming back into the house the second time from how you felt the first time?
When they came back, I knew they were there for a mission. Yeah. And obviously, I like drama.
It's the honesty for me. I love it. Actually,
I love drama. So there were times that after workout section, we go to bed, I'll be like, this is not why you're here. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not why you're here. And they'll be like, no, we are not here for anything. We are here to stay till final and all that. But I knew they were there for a reason. And for the misconception out there, it was just one person that we actually laughed at.
Who?
Yeah.
Who was that?
I don't want to mention, please. Yeah, so Chinwe said something. She used an abusive word on someone, and that was the only thing me and Victoria we laughed at. So it was not like...
Oh,
the house.
you sound like you've already had people have given you like a download of everything that happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was just one person.
Okay.
So not like the house.
Okay, fair enough. Moving on to OC. Chizoba was your bestie in the house. What was it about her that sort of resonated with you?
She's a very nice person, and she's easy to talk to. Yeah. So I felt like there were some conversations that was easy to have with her.
Okay. Was there any other person that you sort of resonated with in the house, like you had a close bond with?
I had a very close bond with Tofa. I had a good relationship with... Pardon?
I said almost everybody says the same thing.
Yeah, I had a good relationship, I thought, with everybody.
Okay.
If it wasn't good, it was cordial. I didn't think I had issues with anybody. But as far as good relationships, so obviously Chizoba and Onyeka in the house, I had a good relationship with the twins.
Mm-hmm.
I had a good relationship with Sean, with my brother, of course, with Aces. I even had a good relationship with Kelly Ray.
So who are you the closest to? Chizoba? Was it just Chizoba? Aside your brother, obviously, and Tofa, because you.
Yeah, you could say I was close to Chizoba and Onyeka.
Onyeka.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, because of time, I'm trying to rush to stop, but I have to touch on this. You know, after the whole chaos with the returning housemates, you are one of the people who was affected by that. Ruti, Dami, and Chinwe returning back to the house. So I did see that. I'm not sure if Chinwe did, but I saw Dami put up an apology. I saw Ruti put up an apology and specifically apologize to you. So do you think that you can look past their actions, or did they cross a line that cannot be uncrossed?
I'll be honest. The whole thing that happened on Saturday is more important to you guys than it is to me.
What does that mean?
Once it was done, it's not even something I think about. Like, it's not something that takes up space in my brain. But I understand people want to know my perspective about it and how I felt about the situation. I said it was just that Ruthie said some weird things. That was the only harsh part about the thing. But I wish all three of them well in life. And to me, I don't even think about the situation again.
Forgiven? Is that what you're saying?
I just don't think about the situation. I'm not going to go as far as to say forgiven, forgotten. Honestly, it just doesn't mean anything to me. I wish them all the best in life.
Okay. So I think you're the perfect person to ask this question. There's also a notion that your season is considered boring compared to like... what was that with Casia? I'm just saying what the people are saying, compared to like other previous seasons. What's your take on that, you, OC, and what do you think led to that perception just generally for the viewers?
I don't agree with that perception.
Okay.
And I also felt like there were one or two of my housemates that fueled that type of thinking, which I thought was crazy, how you could be fueling and calling. I didn't think we were boring. I think Big Brother is, in as much as there's a big cash reward in the end, the whole concept of Big Brother is a social experiment. We don't know each other. We don't know how we're going to get along or how we're not going to get along. You threw 28 people in there. We found out that they were all multi-talented. They were all composed. They all acted maturely. So we all got along. You could see by the end of the show, we had routines. We knew how to win our wager. We knew how to plan when we got food stuff. We knew how to do our chores, etc., etc. I didn't think that was boring. I thought that was an organized, structured society. There was ups and downs. So people thought that was... To me, I don't like... Casia said she likes drama. Me, you can tell from the house, I don't like this. If there's going to be drama, let it be worth it. Some of the drama that was happening in the house was just over misunderstandings, and that's what brought up the concept of Madame No Be So. Almost every day, from a distance, people like me and so forth.
Okay.
Madame No Be So person, you don't know. You always see people doing like
that. But do you guys agree? Do you think your season was boring? Wait, individually. Okay. Quickly, because I have more questions. Please, you're going to give me more minutes.
For me, this season was a new business. They've not done it before.
Yeah.
Having your partner in the house is different. Having that safe space, maybe that protected the drama people wanted to see. There's no way you're seeing your partner trying to act a certain way and you would not go and check that your partner to save the situation, because if one partner messes everything up, the other person is going home as well. So that kind of like stopped or reduced the drama. There were a lot of mature people in the house as well.
Okay. Casia, do you agree? Honest opinion. I want your individual opinion quickly.
Okay. You all know that Big Brother, the viewers, they like drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when they selected us, I feel like they selected really matured people. Yeah, so in the house, when you have issues with someone, you just walk up to the person, you did this, I don't like this, and the person, okay, I'm sorry, we just reconcile like that. So it wasn't like the previous season. So that's why people see it like it's boring.
Fair enough. Moving on, Tofa. So when Ben was here, I agree with him about constantly, peak nosing in your relationship.
Yeah.
I know initially he was part of the age situation.
Yeah.
And you had talked about how he just does the quick compliments even before you complimented. But he came here and said some of these things was Anita that told him to actually do that. That was such a way for you to catch her, and she felt like you were, according to him, you were slow in catching up on some things. What do you think? Do you think he was trying to help you out, or he was overstepping?
I mean, now I understand the situation better than the way he used to. I just felt like, as at that time, bro, you're just doing too much. But now, that's just his way of looking out for his people. Anything that would make them feel like, okay. Anita asked him to do it. Anita is his guy. So obviously, he would always be there for his guys. So and that's how.
Do you agree you were slow in catching up on some things?
So the thing is that let me just even say this.
Yeah.
We were all in a competition together. Yes, I was involved with her, but we're all feeling different emotions in that place. We just come back from a competitive arena task. Your nails are fire, but sometimes I'm just in my head as well. And sometimes you just need to understand that we're in a competition as well. So some things I can't see.
Initially.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Well, moving on from that, let's talk about Sean just briefly.
Yeah.
He came out and he was like, I like Tofa. I heard he said a few things about me. The one I caught was relating to SOOJ situation, where obviously that's your partner.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about, because there was a few times you started with like negative opinions about him. He comes out to say, I like Tofa, whatever he said, that's fine.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Tofa?
Sean, it's quite clear. I actually really Sean is my guy. Sean is my guy, and there are certain situations that I took to him as well in the house. The problem, the only thing is that sometimes I just did not understand him and SOOJ, the dynamic. Are you guys with my guys, or are you not guys with my guys? There are just certain situations that were funny, and even conversations on the table with him as well. But the thing is, I like Sean. I definitely like Sean, because sometimes you just need that one friend that is blunt, and that's Sean.
He's brutally honest.
He will tell you how it is. Even same with K Extra. Yeah.
Who's K Extra?
K Extra. K is blunt.
That is my brand name.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kasia is blunt.
I think that put Sean in a lot of trouble. I think he's honest. But I think that put him in, and I told him obviously when he came here as well. For you, OC, your brother was kind of more of the controversial person. There's a triangle. I have to ask you because I saw a place where you sort of said it was the blame was solely on Victoria and Oyega. So he's got a storyline. He's in the triangle right now. Do you really think Ozzy is off the hook? You don't think that he's also secretly, enjoying the drama, attention that comes with it? Because at the end of the day, it's a storyline, and I think it's feeding into it. Do you agree?
I mean, you'll get to find out next week when you interview.
What is your own view?
I said, obviously.
What is your own honest view?
I never said the blame is solely on the girls, but
Okay.
I feel like majority of the blame should be on them. First of all, for one, if I'm a girl and I find myself in that kind of narrative, it doesn't favor me. It favors the guy.
Okay.
I'm immediately removing myself from there. First things first. Or keeping such a distance from the guy that nobody can even question anything again. They didn't. Both of them seem to rely on Ozzy for all kinds of emotional support. I don't think he relies on them for emotional support. So that already shows you the dynamic that's there. Could he handle situations differently? Yeah, probably. But when you're inside there, you don't know the magnitude of what people are thinking. Or even me, when I came outside to see clips and footage and things like that, I'm like, thank God I even expressed she's about being my bestie in there and helping her with Ben and things. At least I had a lifeline.
Yeah.
Because when I came out here, I was like, Jesus Christ. So he's going to find out when he comes back, and trust me, it'd be more interesting hearing from him than hearing from him.
Okay, fair enough.
All three of them do their media rounds together.
I mean, the storyline, anyways, that works. For you, Casia, your friendship with Vicky seemed like a safe haven.
Yeah.
What does that friendship mean to you, quickly? The friendship with Victoria, what does it mean to you?
For me, it's no longer. She's no longer a friend, but a sister.
Aww.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a name, like a cismanship name? Yes. Well, go ahead.
I came out and I found out that they gave us a name.
Castoria.
Castoria.
Ah, okay, nice. Nice.
Yeah,
okay.
she's someone that we share a lot of things in common, and I think she understands me better in the house. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Let's see, because Chichetam's already signaling to me. What else I want to ask? Okay, so for Tofa, I think you also never won like head of house the whole season. Did that sort of frustrate you or make you feel some type of way at all?
No, not really, because there are bare times that I didn't win the head of house, but I was literally the head of house.
How?
My people were up there.
Fair enough.
So.
Okay, so I'm going to ask a couple of questions. I don't have time. I'm just going to skip it. Who do you think is the most fake housemate and why? This is for three of you. Help me.
Why is everyone quiet? This is where we do ladies first.
Tofa, please just go because of time. Okay.
So if you really ask me this question,
Yeah.
in the triangular of this integrity,
Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, go ahead.
fake housemates,
I mean, just playing the game and being fake. It's not that deep, though. Yeah.
playing the game and being fake.
Casia, you always speak your mind. Do you want to go quickly? Because this is wasting my time.
Speaking my mind is always putting me in trouble.
You know the crazy thing? Whether you speak or you don't speak, it's Big Brother. The fans are going to come for you. So you might as well just stay. Yeah.
I can't say fake,
Yeah.
but strategic.
Who is that?
I think when you
Oh,
come.
when you come.
Yeah.
Understandable. Yeah. I think I was playing the game. You're right. Tofa, who do you think?
Definitely really strategic as well. I'd say Onyeka.
Onyeka.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me categorically say
goodness.
I'm not saying the fakest housemate.
Okay.
Well, we're talking about playing games here.
Yeah.
And I'm sure this is going to light a fire under some people. And this person was my guy. But I have to say, having deep this situation, I have to say is the most strategic person in the house is Kelly Ray.
Kelly Ray.
By far.
Okay. Fair enough.
On another episode of the OC Thoughts podcast, I'll break it down. But
we'll look forward to that.
yeah, I've been deep. I have to say, like.
Well, let's talk strategies. Who do you think played the dirtiest game this season? It's about the game. It's not really about the person. Who played the dirtiest game this season?
I have no idea.
Okay.
It's you guys that were watching.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be asking you guys that question.
Yeah, the one that came for an interview. All right.
Interview. We can ask each other questions. Though. Who do you think is playing or played the dirtiest game?
I don't even know who played the dirtiest
So it's
game.
not-
No, wait. I would think it's Ruti, but who do you think?
Ruthie, she wasn't in the game
I think
long
Fishkola-
enough
this is
for
what
me to think that it was her.
I was like, so who?
Dirty game. Oh, come on.
Quickly.
I don't know. Dirty game.
Probably my people, they don't understand
Okay.
the question.
Okay.
So she's trying to ask who played the game that they're even willing to risk their friendships for the game and risk everything for the game.
Thank you, Tofa.
I get what you mean. I put all that in the same category as the first question. So I'm just going to have to go back to
Kelly Ray.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about Tofa?
I think
Henry was ready to risk everything, really.
Like, I mean,
Oh,
as
she
far as
wife
when you
depending
play-
husband. I love it.
You have to be ready to risk everything now because you don't know how people are going to react. Like,
Okay,
we
fair
could have
enough.
easily said after 9 weeks, oh, wow, so you've been lying to us for 9 weeks. Okay, we don't trust you again. Is that not risking everything?
Okay. So Tofa, time, guys.
so for me, I'll just say is Onyeka. Reason being that I feel like I got to know the strategic Onyeka. Maybe when she's out or whenever we have the sit down, maybe I'll get to know her outside of the game.
of the game.
Yeah.
That's fair, actually. Who do you think was the most controversial housemate this season? And yeah, do you think that helps them stay in the game? I just need names. Most controversial this season.
See, can't lie.
I'm thinking so far you can go.
Can't lie. I would say myself. No. Let me just be honest. I just felt like with me, I was just always doing some things that is not within my power. All those my madam no be so, my oga no be so, nominating myself.
That got you. You trended. You trended for that. I think it was another time your sheep moment that trended worldwide as well. Okay, so that's fair.
So I'd say
Tofa.
there are better times.
I like that. Any other person? Who do you think was the most controversial? No Hani, no Wandy, no Onyeka, no Sean, no. Quickly, I just need names, guys.
I don't have a name.
You don't have a name.
So
what you're trying to say is that there was no controversy this season.
There was controversy.
So who was it around the most? Who was the controversy around the most?
Okay, I can say because I'm still seeing controversy around him now, so I can say my brother.
Yay! Okay, what about you?
I can say Victoria.
So you were scared to drop names. Victoria, controversial?
Yeah,
Okay.
because of the whole drama.
Drama with the triangle. Fair enough. So do you think anyone in the house right now just coasted to the top without actually earning it? Like they just coasted without earning it? Anybody?
No, everybody that's there right now deserves
And
it.
Deserve to be there, yeah.
fair enough. Coming out of the house, seeing what has been said behind your back, maybe did you feel betrayed by anything? Was any situation surprising to you?
Me, no. I haven't really seen much or paid attention to much. I've seen stuff from the people I care about, and it was inspiring. The rest of the stuff is like, we were there for 9 weeks. You can't expect everybody to like you all the time. So, no, not really.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. I have to wrap this interview. But you have last words. You want to say anything to the haters, to the fans? Yes, please, go ahead. Why not? I love it. Go ahead.
Okay, last night I saw a comment that when Andy and Sean left the house, and me and Kelly were pretending to be caring to Wani,
Yeah.
just for her not to get pity votes.
Hey, whoa.
Yes,
Where did that come
crazy.
from?
Welcome to BB Niger fans.
Which is exactly why I haven't checked much of that stuff. I wanted my media rounds to be authentic instead of like
Checking to influence your decision. You seem to be on Twitter a lot, even before the show. Do you think you're able to handle the
Who, me?
trolling
I
that
used to
might
be
come?
what?
Seems to be very active online before BB Niger.
Oh yeah.
So you're going to be seeing a lot of trolling and all of that. Are you ready for that post-show? Because Sean is already giving them. What about?
No, I wouldn't give them. We're them. We would all
Oh
feast.
shit!
We're eating together.
All right. Last words to fans, haters, all of that as we wrap this up real quick.
keep supporting, keep hating. Either way, you're pushing us.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning into us.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Casia?
Thank you so much for supporting Double K. Thank you so much for supporting Casia. Thank you so much for supporting Kelly Ray. And you guys know he's still in the house. Make sure you vote for Kelly Ray.
All right. Okay.
And,
Vote for Rosie.
And Tofa.
And to the Guardians, thanks for all the love. Sorry for the stress, but more stress as well. Loving me comes with stress, but same script, higher scale, more grounds. This week is for SOOJ. Let's get it.
Woo! Love it.
Just want to put it out there that Onadway is the way. Thank you very much.
Shit. Everybody waiting. Okay. Eventually, congratulations to whoever gets the money. Thank you, OC. Thank you, Casia. Thank you, Tofa, for coming on the show.
It's a vibe on Lava Lounge.
93.3